Welcome to another episode of Savagetimetv. I'm your host, AB Drizz, and today I got special guest Andre Gibson, also known as Drizz, with me today. How you feeling, bro?
I'm chilling, bro. I can't complain.
I feel you got your pinky out, I see. I like it. I like the vibe you bring. I fuck with it. Thank you for the opportunity, man. Thank you for coming out. I just wanted to say that. Just want to say I definitely appreciate your presence
No
on the
doubt,
platform.
bro. I appreciate you.
Definitely, I'll say it, man. To me, you're a legend out here in Delaware, bro. DSU used to have DSU on fucking jumping out that bitch, man.
Yo,
You gave
you
niggas something to do out here in Delaware. You have shit to do.
Yeah.
For the people that don't know, for all your new fans, could you start off by telling us where you're from?
I'm from Delaware. I like to say I'm from just Delaware, period. I mean, I was born in Wilmington. Lived all over Wilmington.
Mm-hmm.
Then we shot down 40, lived on Wilton.
Shout out to Will.
Yeah.
I used to stay in Saddlebrook.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Look, I was at 27 Candlewick Court. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's wild. Man.
With the Glasgow Pine. We moved a lot, but I mean, I like to claim 40, Wilmington, and then I can't not show love to Dover.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I was just saying I'm from Delaware.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a piece of every little place because people don't know Delaware is small, but it's different depending on where you at. Wilmington different than Dover. You always 40. That's a whole different other thing. Saddlebrook, Wilton. That's crazy to live in there. I used to remember living in Saddlebrook, go through the woods, could get through into Wilton through the back way. The courts out there used to be crazy jumping.
Yo, if you really think about it, bro, compared to other states, you know you can be in another state and drive 5 hours and still be in the state. But you know, with us, 10 minutes down the road, it felt like you could somewhere completely different.
You know
different. What I'm saying?
Different people,
You
different.
could be in the city, and in 15 minutes you see a farm on 40, and it's like, whoa, what? You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because you get jumping everywhere though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's weird. You had to be here to believe it.
Yeah.
Could you tell us about just growing up out there, especially Wilmington? Just tell me like how did growing up in Delaware maybe shape how you thought, shaped your influences, got you into DSU, things like that nature.
I mean, I've been through a lot. You know what I mean? I feel like growing up in Delaware makes you a tough person. Being anywhere that's a small place makes you a tough person. I feel like when you come from a place that everybody knows each other, it better prepares you for life, especially a place where it's more poverty than the rich. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you come from a place where you really have no choice but to hustle or but to make your own way out, you have a leg up on the competition at all times. You know, because doing business the way I've been doing business with these people who come from privileged areas and privileged backgrounds, I always feel like I'm ahead of them because they're not thinking how I'm thinking. They're not moving how I'm moving, but that's because I come from a small town, come from a small state. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I was in a bigger state, you know, like you got to think about it, right? Where we from, if you pillow talk to one girl, the whole state can know your business.
The whole state.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole state.
If you pillow talk and say the wrong thing to the wrong person, the whole state can know your business. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I'm in New York, I could pillow talk in Brooklyn, and in Harlem, they wouldn't know nothing about me. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But it's like, you know, it better prepares you to be more thorough, I believe. That's
Yeah.
my.
Nah, you right. Delaware, you gotta. It's one of those places I tell people it look all nice. Look all. I would even say it looks safe. You got to be on your P's and Q's out here because Delaware it's a silent killer, yo.
Yeah,
it's a silent, nice and slow. Next thing you know, you out on your ass.
Listen, bro, I travel. I done been all over the nation. I done been all over the world. Caribbean, whole nine. I done been to these hoods. They all respect Delaware. You know what I'm saying? Now, they don't know, but they know they respect me. They respect, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't seen nothing worse than what we got. You know what I'm saying? Like, either I seen the equivalent or worse, period. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I respect it.
And this all led up to you going to DSU. That's where I remember you from you shutting down Bubbles with the party. Yeah. Tell us how the parties, everything. Tell us how DSU helped propel you into what you're doing now, how they shaped you, how they helped you, everything.
Well, that's actually exactly where it started. But I got to Del State because my mom went to Del State.
Okay, shout out to her.
Yeah, for sure. I went to a Votech High School.
I went to Delcastle for a year.
Look, I went to Hudson.
Didn't make it back.
You know what I'm saying?
You know how that go. They sent me that good little letter.
Yeah. Yo, so so I went to Hudson. Thought I was gonna go to college for sports. I actually ended up hurting myself. I tore my quad and fractured my hip in track.
Oh shit.
So any college that was looking at me turned their back. They don't D1 don't accept injured athletes on scholarship. So I actually didn't go to college at first, and because I did masonry right at a Hudson, right. That was my trade. What ended up happening was I was doing masonry or whatever. My mom was constantly on my back. Go to college, go to college, go to college. So I ended up going to college. I went to Del Tech. Hated it. Seeing everybody I knew already. You know, I'm kind of like a social butterfly. I mean, I want to see new people, meet new people.
Yeah, Del Tech not the place for that.
Yeah, so I had the bare minimum. My mom wanted me to go to Del State, so I was like, all right, I'll go. So I went down there, but I was telling my folks, I said, yo, watch, when I get down there, I'm going to take that thing over, man. Nigga wasn't believing me. So I went down there, did my thing, you know what I mean? So fast forward to about junior year, I'm going to say, maybe even second semester, sophomore year, I met a man named Will D. May he rest in peace. Will D. He used to own. He owned a strip club in Smyrna, a car lot in Smyrna, and he was just buying Bubba's. He was just buying Bubba's, right? so it was one day, random day, we was went to a strip club, you know, we was chilling, and he was like, yo, what you want to do? Like, you want to throw a party at the club, blah, blah, blah. So we went over there, we threw a party, and it was bananas. The first one, crazy. So afterwards, so mind you, I think I threw about 2 parties. I threw them every Thursday. It was Thursday. Mm-hmm. So what ended up happening was I ended up linking with one of my man's good friend, his name RF, DJ RF, down Dover. Mm-hmm. The thing that was bothering me was when he would be on the mic, he would be like, yo, shout out to Drizz on the mic. And I hated that. I really didn't want nobody really knowing I was throwing a party, because you never know whose girl I was messing with on campus or whatever the case may be. You know,
making the
accidentally, you know what I'm saying? But people might have not liked me as much. And so in turn, they wouldn't come to my party, but I wanted everybody money. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, whatever. Feel me? So I was like, yo, bro, I don't really want you saying my name on the mic. Now, if we backtrack, 2013, a good friend of mine named Rain passed away. And we used to make music together before, you know, back in high school, a little bit before high school, we used to rap and all that. And he passed away 2013. He had made a song one time, and I listened to it almost every day, and it never struck a chord. But one day when I was thinking about, yo, you know what, I really need to figure something out so that I can stand behind something. Because even the flyers had my name on it, and I was like, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be able to stand behind a company, something. And so that's when he had a bar in his song, and it said, "One eye open, because true hustlers never sleep." That was something he said. And one day it rang in my head all day, and I was like, you know what? I'm a true hustler. So I ended up calling my man's. His name is Drizz Mason. He got a company called Crooked Crown Clothing. He's down that way too. So I said, yo, bro, I want to make some T-shirts. And what I came up with was, you see this TH right here?
Right.
I came up with that. Just very simple. I don't even think it was this font yet. It was just a T and a H into each other. So what I ended up doing was I went to his house, put these shirts together, probably like 30 to 50 to 80, however many it was. I don't even remember at this point. But I went there, put the shirts together, went on campus, gave them out. Some people paid, some people didn't. It wasn't really the purpose. And by that next Thursday, after I did that, everybody had the shirts on. RF on the mic, shout out to True Hustler Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It made it starting to build it up. And so, you know, and I'm talking about everybody that had grabbed one wore it that day. And people was hitting me, yo, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get more. So next time I went, made a whole nother logo. I just kept coming with different stuff. And then, you know, I did that for a few months until it started getting cold. Then everybody was like, yo, wear the sweatsuits. I'm like, shit, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? I reached out to a few people that I knew that was doing it. And it was kind of giving me the cold shoulder. But, you know, people don't really want you to do better than them.
Definitely
you know
in the same thing.
They don't want you to do better. Yeah, exactly. Especially when you're doing the same thing. So I was like, you know, I'm going to just figure it out. And I did my 1-2 and I figured it out. You know what I mean? And now I got the line on everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
now it's reverse.
It's just it's just slow and steady right now, bro.
Okay. Why become an entrepreneur?
You know what? I don't even know.
Cause it's risky, man.
To be completely honest, it might be, and this might be a bad answer, but it might be a tad bit of laziness. Like I don't want nobody else to tell me.
I feel the same way.
You know, I don't want nobody to tell me when I got to do.
I tell people all the time, you can be so lazy that you're willing to. I'm willing to do whatever, so I don't have to do nothing.
Exactly, bro.
I definitely fuck with that.
Exactly. Like I can't even cap to you. Like that's exactly what it is. Like I'm willing to work when I want 100 hours a week. Rather than work you're 40 when you tell me to.
Yeah, something about it being you're 40.
Yeah, it's like you're 40. Like why I gotta be that? And then you giving me $10-$20 an hour for that 40. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, nah, bro.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it.
Okay. Oh, and out of this, True Hustle Entertainment was born. First starting off, were you nervous at all? Was there any? Because it sounded like it all came together. Everything moved accordingly. Was there ever any nervousness? Any like doubt? Was there anything like that? Any in the beginning?
I feel like the doubt came with the parties, wondering if people would come, and you know what? And let me backtrack too, because I really wasn't even involved with the business of the parties. Like that wasn't even my focus. Like my focus was when the parties was get the bottles, be the littest, had a section, you know what I mean? That was my set. Like so I did it with one of my friends named Flex. I don't know if y'all remember Flex, but Flex, he was a Q on campus, and me and him, you know, did it together. He was a DJ and he made flyers and stuff. So yeah, me and Flex did it together. Man, event curation wasn't even anything in my. Like it was never nothing I thought about.
Yeah, it wasn't even in your
mind.
Like
so for me, it was like me and him. I knew okay, we could throw the parties. He handled whatever in the back room. I ain't know what's going on back there. But then you know sometimes Will D would ask me like, "Yo, come back here." You feel me? So I would go look or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I had no interest. You know. But I feel like that's what shaped where I am now. Is because eventually I got intrigued, especially after he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to work with different people, and they were wicked. Like they was wicked, man. They was different.
You saw what you had at that
point. Yeah, you know what I mean. If we wanted to bring somebody down, he went half with us. Like, you know, like yo, God, if he wanted 8,000, we gave him 4. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, you know, it was a collective. It was better than what we ended up with, and that's why I kind of just fell back from the spot. We still do event curation. That's what True Hustle Entertainment is. Event curation, promotion, artist management. We got recording artists, including myself. You know, True Hustler Worldwide clothing is the brand. You know what I mean? Like what I got on. You know, I'm all about expansion now. I feel like I've been doing branding for a long time. I've branded myself. And I took them steps I needed to take. Now I'm just all about expanding whatever I got.
Okay. And one thing I do notice with True Hustle Entertainment is like you said, you guys are everywhere. Versatility is a big thing with you guys. Could you dive into why it's important to you to be so versatile, for you not to have your hand, I guess, all in one basket?
Well, I think it's important to not having your hands in one basket because it's important to not, okay, again, right? The same reason we don't want to work for anybody, we don't want to be at the mercy of anybody as an entrepreneur, right? So let's just say one day they stop making clothes. I mean, I'm sure they won't, but let's say they do. We go back to Tarzan days when we got to wear a fucking rubber band in a claw.
Or government starts giving us uniforms.
You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Some shit like that. I still got the autos. I still got the vending machines. I still got, you know what I'm saying? The list goes on because you can't stop with what I got going on. And that's why I feel like branding is so important. Because I feel like if you have a brand that people know, they trust, and they respect, you can do anything with it. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine Savage Time. People know it, they love it, they respect it. You could put out Savage Time clothing. You could put out Savage Time speakers. You could put out Savage Time cameras, but all you know at the end of the day is, or what the world knows at the end of the day is, it comes with quality, it comes with reassurance, and it comes with great customer service, because that's what Savage Time has been as long as they've known it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with True Hustler. If people see this TH on something, they know what it come with. That's why I can sell mugs, coffee mugs, like I'm saying, pillows, the whole nine, aprons now. You know what I'm saying? Hoodies, the whole nine.
Supreme with it.
You know what I mean? And that's you know what? That's the crazy part. Supreme is what I'm chasing. Like, I want to be the next Supreme. Like, I want my brand to serve as a stamp of approval. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I want people to understand that when they see that True Hustling, it don't matter what walk of life you in. I'm making cufflinks for suits. You know what I'm saying? I'm making T-shirts for niggas that want to still be in the hood. That's fine. As long as, if you're in the hood and you see that True Hustler, niggas gonna know, oh yeah, he getting to it. If you're in the office and you see that True Hustler, you gonna know he's about his business. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal of the brand, is to serve as a stamp of approval.
Okay. I definitely like that. I tell everybody, man, Supreme will have to sponsor me sooner or later.
Yeah.
I tell people, man, that's the good, bro. You could being able to put your brand on they could put their shit on anything,
and it's gonna sell,
and they can resell that shit. So I definitely kind of relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
Since when you were in the music, what made you want to have a whole roster of artists? Because you said you were doing your thing by yourself. You was making music. What made you want to have a whole roster of artists? Because that definitely seems like it could be a demon task.
Well, I mean, it can be a task sometimes dealing with different personalities. But the thing about it is, you never know who's gonna attract what. You know what I mean? Like, what I make is what I love, and I'm not a person that jumps in a box. I feel like I like what Diddy did. I like what Ross did. I like what Hov did. They just went and signed people, like, even though they were still making music themselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be the kind of artist that just drop when I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I feel like, let's just say if I have like a reggaeton artist, right, as opposed to even them country artists, whatever the case may be, I might not make that music. They doing what they love. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't want nobody to force anything. That's one thing about being under True Hustler Entertainment. You're going to do what you do because you love what you do. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to do it for the money. We're not doing nothing for the money. And that's the one thing about being a true hustler. It's like doing what you do because you love it, period. You're not doing it for the money. The money going to come, and you know that. We know that. We all know that. But when you're doing what you love, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole point of having a whole roster of artists, is because I want to be able to touch anybody, everybody. I might not be able to make the certain kind of music that I know certain people like. You know what I mean? But I want to be able to spread this thing around so that it's not just in a box. I pride myself on not being in a box.
Okay. So always about not being in the box.
Yeah.
Since the days of you printing the shirts yourself, and where area have you grown the most as a businessman?
I feel like I've grown the most in customer service.
Okay.
Because, at first it was like, do you want it or not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I feel you. It's like, you want the shirt or not?
Because I come from a background of, other things. You know what I'm saying?
It's black and white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's saying, we don't got time for the gray.
Exactly. But now that I got, a website, or, I'm doing pop-up shops, and soon I have a store in certain locations, it's like, at this point, it's like, I need to be able to talk to the customer and let the customer make their own decisions and not really kind of force it on them. So I think I've grown, because I think that was my worst aspect, you know what I mean, as opposed to starting to become my best.
Okay, so your worst was the customer satisfaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't care. It was more about selling what I sell.
Exactly. And if you don't like it, fuck it.
Yeah.
I think we all start with that. It's like a little bit, because I feel like to be an entrepreneur, you almost have to have a little bit of arrogance to you. Because you're saying that, hey, I'm going to basically get y'all to pay for something that I want and what I like, and I'm going to tell y'all about it. So it's got to come with a little bit of arrogance, you know what I mean? It just comes with the game. Other than that, what was a hurdle that you had to get over, and how did you do that, other than customer service?
I think one of the hardest things to get over was criticism, probably. Because I think, all right, because I could tell you this, right? So I met a person one day, I ain't going to say too many names, but I met a person one day and they was excited and arrogant about the fact that they was heavy in, the trap and doing what they do. And one thing about me is I realized anybody, drugs are they self, right? It takes a different kind of person to build something from nothing and be able to get people to buy it.
I see what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Lamborghini sells himself.
You know what I'm saying? Like weed sells itself.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
If you go out and buy weed, it'll sell. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to worry about anything. But me going out buying a hoodie, getting True Hustler embroidered on it, whatever the case may be, that takes guts because who knows if anybody wants to buy this?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So going out, doing that, feeling that pressure, and then maybe, and I don't think I've ever been denied in a way that somebody said like they didn't like it, but I think to get over for me was when people would say, "Oh, you should do this next time," or "You should do that." But for the most part, it'd be people that's not really qualified to say that.
Nah, it's so crazy. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like you giving me advice, but I feel like you're giving it to me because you don't want it. Like, it's like they don't want it. They really want to say, I really think it's trash.
Yeah.
But they don't want to say that sort of thing. I think you should do it this time. It's like, bro, you don't even want it. You can't trust yourself. And then for two, you ain't never ran a business anyway. So it's like, you kind of in, again, a gray area where you don't know where to.
And you know what? So put it like this, right? I know you in production, right? Mm-hmm. A person like me, I've never been in production. So one thing that's hard for me is, okay, right. So being in music, I done had music videos shot, obviously.
Right.
I would, how some people expect their music video the next day, same day, whatever.
Exactly.
You can't blame us for thinking that because we don't know the process.
Exactly. Right.
So if I say, "Oh, you should do this next time," I don't know shit about editing a video. Why am I speaking on how you edit, or how long it takes, or what you do? You know what I'm saying? So the same thing for me, right? So if somebody was to see this hoodie and say, "Oh, you should make black and red next time," it's like, bro, you don't think I thought about making black and red? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a reason I ain't do it. Fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't know, so it's okay. But now I know that. Now I know it's okay because people don't know my process. Nigga, you know what I mean? People don't know the process of anything, so that they're not into. So for me, now I'm actually starting to grow and understand. Oh, okay, let me explain to people. Or matter of fact, let me show people. Because the biggest thing for me right now, and I was trying to do it in 2020, but the biggest thing right now for me is content. And I want to be able to get my content right. So, and really show people. Because imagine if you went and showed the behind the scenes of everything you do. People would respect it more.
People are going to love it.
They're going to love it. They're going to respect it. They're going to understand next time they try to work with you, oh, this is why it takes so long. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Or this is why, So, for me, that's my biggest hurdle, I believe, is really getting to the point where I understand now that people just don't know what they don't know. Exactly. You know what I mean? They coming to me asking me to do certain things, knowing I would have did it if I could. You know what I mean? Like, it's the whole thing.
Yeah, like, okay. I definitely feel you on that. I definitely relate. Yeah. As a black man, do you feel like there's more pressure on you to be successful?
Yeah, for sure. Well, because as a black man, I mean, I don't want to get too deep into this, but as a black man,
nah, speak your truth, yo. Fuck that.
You gotta think about this, bro. As a black man, unless we provide, we not loved.
Yeah, no, you're right. Saying? You're right. If you don't got, if you ain't doing
something for somebody, the only people loved unconditionally is women, dogs, and old people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And old people don't always get that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they in the home, you never know what's going on in there. But, as a black man, unless we got money, unless we got something to show, we ain't loved. And then the thing is, we always got to keep reassuring it.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying?
Multiple times a day sometimes.
Exactly. Like one time ain't enough. They be like, oh, that was a fluke. Do it twice. You got lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a never-ending cycle, bro. You know what I'm saying? So as a black man, especially, I mean, like I said, you're not loved as much. And number two, I mean, you got to show the younger generation that it's possible. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about the kids. I'm all about the youth. I'm all about trying to get them to choose a different route, choose a better route. I don't think I would ever tell a kid not to go to the streets because that would be hypocritical. But what I would say is have a goal and have a plan before you do. Like, what are you doing it for? Other than that, because it's funny because I seen a young boy. Cause I used to work at Ferris for like a year. I went up there.
Phew, man, damn, I forgot about Ferris.
Yeah, look, went up there. I said, yo, I'm talking to one of the youngest. Young boy was like, yo, I got 20 bands saved up. I said, how long was you trapping to get the 20 bands? He was like, I've been trapping since I was 13. Young boy was like 15, 16. I'm like, so it took you 3 years to make $20,000? You could have worked at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? But, saying that to him, he ain't understand. But it's like, bro, like, the salary at McDonald's is like 20 to 30, depending on what your position is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you was 13, you ain't have no bills.
Bro.
But you can't work at McDonald's.
Bro, people trap all year to have a knot of 30,000, 20,000, 40,000. That's a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you work wherever at a job, you'll make 40,000 a year, 30,000 a year. I mean, I like I said, I just try my best to reach out to the youth, bro, because at the end of the day, if they don't see us doing it, they don't think it's possible. Especially the people that's local and the people that's right in their face. They can go on the gram and see it, but people think that's untouchable, and it's not. It's all about having the knowledge.
Okay. Tell us about being featured in New York Weekly, the 40 top 40 under 40. I saw that. That was again accomplishments for that. That was dope. It's nice to see you doing that, putting us on the map. Can you tell us about that experience? How that was?
Yeah, that was dope, bro. That was dope, and it was really a surprise. I got reached out to on my email about it, and
you was high on the list too.
Yeah. Like
I was searching, 6. I'm scrolling. I'm like, yo, boy, up there, like, damn, I should have shot it from the top. I'm like, shit, boy, like number 7 on this.
Yeah, and they had other people on there too, like Drake and whoever else. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was super dope, bro, because it was just. I think it was dope and it was disappointing because it's like how I'm getting noticed in New York more than I'm getting noticed where I'm from.
But you know how it is.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? We know it, but it's just like, damn.
Delaware, they'll see you pull up in a Lambo and tell you, man, I used to go to school with boy. He probably right. Man, it's probably not even a Lambo. That's probably not even a real Lambo, man. It's not a Lambo.
He renting this, doing that. Yeah, all that.
How has being a father shaped your mindset, especially the way you handle business? I don't got no kids, but I heard it all changes once Kanye said it, once you have daughters, it changed. Everything changed.
Yeah. I was about to say the difference between a son and a daughter might be a little different too, but me having a daughter, shit, believe it or not, it changed my photo shoots. It changed everything.
For real?
What, man? Because now I'd be like, go ahead and change in the restroom. You know what I mean? I used to go ahead and let them change right in front of me before. I'm like, you can go into the restroom, whatever, kiss me. They'd be like, why you say that? Like, man, listen,
I got a daughter.
I got a daughter now. You know what I'm saying? I would hate somebody to have her undressing in front of them. You go ahead and go to the dressing room, the restroom, whatever. You know what I mean? But in seriousness, like, I feel like I'm down to the bottom line quicker. It turned me up, man. 'Cause before my daughter, I was content. I was making good money with the brand alone, not having to expand, not worrying about passive income, not worrying about my future. You know what I'm saying? Once my daughter came about, that's when just everything changed for me as far as thinking long term and thinking about how I can actually provide for her if I was in bed with her all day. You know what I'm saying? How can we still eat? How can we, you know what I'm saying? Like, just thinking long term, that's what I really think changed.
Okay.
For the most part.
Okay, yeah, I don't got kids, but it sounds like, when it's not about you anymore, it usually gives you that energy, that kickstart, because you provide, for, like you said, for the future. Yeah,
and you gotta think like that, bro, because if you don't, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Cause anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm 29 now. I lived a good life. I lost a lot of friends, a lot. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them got kids. You know what I mean? And they not here anymore for their kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's something you know, all too common, especially where we from.
Especially as a black man, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, man. So definitely giving you roses on that for the fact that you in her life for one, and then you doing what you can to make her life better. So kudos to you for that, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro.
Let's dip into something different. Mental health. Could you tell me what mental health means to you and how you keep your mental health on the up and up day to day? Because it's crazy out here. Coronavirus. You know, allow us.
I think mental health is everything, bro. Everything for especially as black people and especially as a black man. I feel like mental health. Number one, we need it. You know what I'm saying? People don't take it as seriously as they should, but people really should be seeing therapists. People really should be just taking. Me as an entrepreneur, I take a mental health day. I don't work 7 days a week. I don't do anything 7 days a week. But that's also the beauty of passive income. Which is why we need to get on that. But yeah, as far as mental health goes, bro, I mean, for me, what I do is, I mean, I already see a herbalist. I see a holistic doctor. Body wise, I'm there. I see a therapist. You know, part of my issue with therapy before is I had I don't want to say because she's a white lady was wrong.
Just might not have been as comfortable. Easy to relate.
You know what bothered me was when I would talk and maybe, tell her about my life and what I'm going through, she would sit back as if she was at a movie. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, what happened next? What happened next? You know what I'm saying? It was almost like she was intrigued in a way that she shouldn't have been intrigued. And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I had to find I definitely wanted to find a black lady. A woman in particular, because I don't know if a man would really understand either, right? But as far as mental health goes, bro, you need it. We have to take it more seriously. I think, again, as black people, not even as a black man, as black people, we need to take it seriously because we don't know the trauma that we endure. A lot of things that's normal to us ain't normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
everyday traumas out here. Every
day, bro, and we don't even know it. Like just the way we're talked to, the way we're treated, the way we looked at when we go to stores, when we talk to strangers, like things like that is just not normal, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, I pride myself on being thick-skinned and strong, but at the end of the day, I shouldn't have to be like that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know our counterparts ain't gotta do that.
You should be able to be vulnerable.
You know what I'm saying? You should be able to go to the store. Yeah, like I'm at the point now, like I said, bro, I'm 29, bro. I'm damn near emotionless, bro.
29, but got the emotions in like I'm 49.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm moving around here, like life was cool. You know
like
what
you
saying?
said, I'm 29, I done had a good life. I was like, bro, you had a good life, it's just starting.
Exactly, bro. Yo, when I was talking to my therapist, bro, one thing we disagreed about, because I think I might have been 28, 27 at the time, I'm talking to her about stocks, and I'm talking to her about business and EIN numbers and DUNS numbers and shit like that.
I just got my did my DUNS today.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Listen, and she's like, yo, you're so young to have this knowledge. And I'm like, well, what? I'm old as hell. Wish I knew this shit when I was 23. Wish I knew this shit when I was 22. Me. But you know, she's like, you young. I'm like, no, I'm old. And we going back and forth. Right? And I'm like, yo, my mans in them, I lost 7 friends before they were 21. You know what I'm saying? I remember 21 was the goal, 25 was the peak, and then everything else is extras. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why a lot of times we ain't see eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? We figure it out.
Okay. Could you, so before we even go on to that, guys, get out there and see a therapist. Mental health is real. Sure. Could you tell me about your goals for the next 2 or 3 years for yourself and for your business?
My goals, man, I've been doing my thing, business to customer, but now I'm trying to focus on business to business, distribution. I'm trying to focus on getting my products to other stores, selling for wholesale, and getting my products in other locations. So I'm not doing as much B2C as much as B2B. So B2B is my big goal in content. Is my big goal. I'm trying to get my content right. Okay. You're going to see a lot of photo shoots, a lot of videos, a lot of that.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely needed. That's why I started doing my interviews. Everybody
For
needs
sure.
something.
For sure.
Could you give a message to the youth, especially the youth, all the people watching, just about following your dreams and staying focused?
Find what you love, do it, monetize it, and don't stop, because you never know. You never know when it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's going to work. So you can love multiple things. Like me, for example, I love snacks. That's why I got vending machines. I love cars. That's why it's TH Autos. I love clothes. I love getting fly. That's why I got True Hustler Worldwide. I love entertaining people. That's why I got True Hustler Entertainment. Everything I do, I love. You know what I'm saying? I don't do anything. I don't feel like I work at all any day.
Word.
So just find what you love and do it.
Okay, thank you for that. Where can all your new fans find you at? Want to get in contact if they want to, buy some of your things, buy some of your merch, get into some of your businesses? Where can we find that?
So my personal Instagram is drizz.th, drizz.th. The clothing Instagram is Truehustleworldwide. Everything spelled the same. Everything spelled correct. The website is www.truehustlerent.com. True Hustler ENT on Instagram is the entertainment page. TH Vending, TH Autos, TH Plates. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything, man. So yeah, just get with me on Instagram, Facebook, Andre Gibson, everything, man. Just get with me, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is another episode of Savagetimetv. Again, Drizz, we appreciate you coming out, showing support. Thank you for the opportunity. Definitely going to be getting some merch and be doing my shit with TH here soon. Mm-hmm. So you guys, make sure you guys fuck with him, man. Just another dope interview. Savagetimetv. Shout out to Sonos Visions. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to our first and last time listeners. We out of here.